So I wanted to talk today about the structure of an essay. I equate the structure of an essay to a recipe, and I will refer to it as a recipe. I need to know the recipe for writing. And if you think of an analogy such as baking chocolate chip cookies from scratch, I'm not talking about the roll that you slice and put them on a tray. I mean truly from scratch, where you need flour, sugar, brown sugar, vanilla, shortening, chocolate chips, and anything else you might add in there. If I don't add all the ingredients, my cookies are not going to come out very delicious. If I miss the sugar, they won't taste good. If I miss the flour, they won't rise, etc. So I need to know all the ingredients and the parts and how they go together. That's the same thing I think of when it comes to writing. Depending on the text structure of my writing, what goes into my body paragraphs will be different, but the structure of writing never changes. So once you as a student learn the recipe, you can adapt to any type of text structure that your professors are asking you to write. So we're going to talk about an essay, a narrative structure or narrative recipe. I have an introductory paragraph, and in that intro, the first thing you have is a grabber, also known as a hook, or any other synonym that you might want to use. And the purpose is to get the reader's attention. You want to pull them in. I have given you 8 ways that you can create a grabber or a hook, and I group them based on the way that I memorize. So I memorize in chunks. So the first 3 are punctuation marks. You can have an exclamation, a question, or a quote. The next 3 are pretty much in the same category. You can have a statement, a fact, or a statistic, which means numbers. And then you can have a riddle or an anecdote. An anecdote is a very short story. That's what I can do, or that's what you as a writer can do, student writer can do to create a grabber. The next thing you have in your intro paragraph is an introduction, background, a definition. This gets the reader familiar with what you're talking about, and this is the topic or what the essay is actually about. And the final thing that's in your intro paragraph is a thesis statement. And this is for a narrative known as dominant impression. In this states your focus, your position, your argument, your assertion, your opinion on the topic right here, and the plan for your essay. I always tell students that this right here is the essay. Once you have this down and this is solid, all you're doing is expanding on this or delivering to the reader your promise from what you said you were going to say. So your intro paragraph is the strongest paragraph of your entire essay. As a professor, I'm reading your intro, and I could read your topic sentences of all your body paragraphs and your conclusion, and I will know if you're on point or not, because your intro and your topic sentences and your conclusion are all the major pieces of your essay. So let's go into body paragraph. Now that we have our intro, we're going to talk about what goes into a body paragraph. You have what's called your topic sentence, and that tells what that whole paragraph is about. So your topic up here tells what the whole essay is about. Your topic sentence tells what the whole paragraph is about. Your topic sentence comes directly from your thesis. That is how you continue to link everything together. So whatever you talked about in your thesis, that idea is your topic sentence for each of your body paragraphs. The idea comes directly from the thesis. So if this does not make sense with your thesis or follow what you said in your thesis, the topic sentence would need to be rewritten. That's how you know if you're on point. Your next sentence is going to be for narrative, action, description, and dialogue. I call it ADD because I like to use a lot of mnemonics to remember. So I need some action verbs, description. I need sensory words, vivid words, and dialogue. And it can be direct speech or it can be in quotes. The next sentence is my opinion, my explanation, my support, or my evidence about that ADD. That ADD is about my topic sentence. So you can see how everything is still related. I need more ADD, and that goes back. It's about my topic sentence. Again, my ADDs are about my topic sentence. The opinion, explanation, support, or evidence is about the action, description, dialogue, the ADD. Another opinion, explanation, support about my ADD. And then finally, you have a conclusion, transition sentence. I need to wrap up the paragraph and introduce the next one. So let's go in. You can have as many body paragraphs as you need. For English 1A students, your papers are 4 to 6 pages long, so of course you're going to need multiple paragraphs to prove whatever point you're making. Let's go down now into the concluding paragraph. Our conclusion restates the topic. So remember, our topic up here is what our essay is about, so I'm going to restate that. I'm going to remind the reader what that is. I'm going to restate the thesis, in this case known as dominant impression, and I'm going to explain or not not new information, but I'm going to explain or mention again the significance or the lesson that I learned as the writer. And then I have a clincher, which is a sentence to express a final thought. I have my students identify these parts of their paper: the grabber, the thesis, the topic sentences, the clincher, and transitions. Those I will ask you as a writer to highlight so you can identify those. And the reason I do that is not because I don't know how to find them. It's so that you can identify in your own writing what it is that you are writing. Excuse me. So if I say, where's your grabber? It's green. Where's your thesis? It's yellow. Where are your topic sentences? They're pink. Where are your transitions? Your transitions are going to be embedded in your writing. Remember, transitions are bridges that connect the writing. Those will also be highlighted in green. And you can refer to the reference section for transition sheet and the video on transitions. I'm going to give you one final hint. When reading and writing, the thesis must appear at the beginning and the end of the text. That is how a reader can confirm the thesis has been identified. So when you are reading expository text, you will find a thesis in the beginning. It doesn't necessarily have to be the first paragraph. It could be the second or third. And you'll also find it at the end of the paper. And that's how you confirm that the thesis is what you believe it is. In this class, your thesis will be in most likely the first paragraph, and it definitely will be in the last paragraph. Okay? And I hope this is helpful.